What's it like then, being the head coach?
Well, he's fine now. He's super exciting. We're ready for the challenge ahead, but I suppose we haven't kicked or passed the ball yet, so I suppose I'll tell you all on the way.
What does it represent for you to get this job, to be an international head coach?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I've worked hard to get here. You know, I want to enjoy it. Yeah.
Having followed, obviously, a really successful regime that you were part of with Joe, what's your approach? Have you thought about how much it's about evolution, how much it's about real change?
Every team is always going to evolve from season to season, from competition to competition. We're really good at standing for a few things in our team. We need to harness that and progress the fundamentals of our game, but we always need to add, otherwise we're going to get left behind a little bit, you know. So like any season, no matter who's the coach, you're always trying to evolve your game, and we're going to try and do that without losing our way and trying to progress too quickly, too soon, and end up standing for nothing, you know. So it's exciting times ahead for us, and we're a few weeks away from getting started. So I suppose there'll be a lot of ups and downs along the way, but that's part of the gig, and we're looking forward to that as well.
How would you sum up the fallout from the World Cup? If there was a lesson that you took most of all, what would it have been?
World Cups are very different, you know, in its own entirety. You know, the way that the World Cup's structured, and you know, the short turnarounds, the different venues, the hotel, it is completely different to what's ahead of us now. The Six Nations is a completely different competition. We know that we've got a tough first up game, and the second game, then we get a week's break. We can take stock, and players can go home, players can come in. So there's all sorts of different permutations from a World Cup. You've got a 31-man squad. You've got a few injuries. You're doing things differently to what you would normally do. But having said all that, we do take stock and look back and learn. And we've been doing that for a couple of months now as a new coaching staff. And we'll take those learnings, and hopefully we'll galvanise that into a fresh start and look forward.
And how would you sum up your squad selection? A lot of very familiar faces, a lot of experience. Maybe not as many people followed Rory Best into retirement as some had expected. Was that partly down to you as well?
What you definitely don't do is you don't retire people just for the sake of it because of their age. You look at the form, and you look at the competition for places in your squad, and this is a squad, whether younger or old, that is competing and playing really well, and that's the strength of ours. I would think going into the Six Nations, that competition for places is at a premium, and long may that continue throughout the competition.
When you reflect on what hurt more, what hurt more in terms of, for you personally, the exit from the World Cup with England, or the exit with Ireland?
They're both the same. They're both the same. I've aspirations to win every game that I'm involved in, and this Six Nations won't be any different for me. Not going as far as you would like to in a competition is always going to hurt, and that's never going to change.
When you look at the Six Nations now, with the overhaul in coaches that they've been, there's a real sense of change around the tournament itself and opportunity. How do you look upon this Six Nations 2020?
Well, obviously, the new setups, the new coaches that are in the competition now have been coaching for a long while. They're experienced coaches, so we know a little bit about most teams. But what we do know about the Six Nations in general, that it's always nice to get off to a good start. It doesn't happen for everyone. But momentum's a nice key in this competition, and I suppose the reason we love the Six Nations so much is because of the ups and downs along the way, the ebbs and flows, and we all get that over here in the Northern Hemisphere, and it'll be no different again this year.
Do you see England being affected by the Saracens issue?
No, I don't at all. I actually think it'll be a nice weapon for them. I know that the Saracens players will be super excited about coming into camp and probably getting in their own little bubble, and I suppose it might galvanise them even more so.
There surely will be issues, won't there, with team spirit? With players from other clubs coming to confront the Saracens players?
I doubt that very much. I'm 100% sure that Eddie will harness that. This is nothing to do with the players. They'll get on with it.
And for you as coach, is it about any sense of transition, or is it about immediate impact, about immediately challenging again?
We want to win. There won't be one member of our staff, never mind the playing group, that will go into any game and accept being second best. So we're not going to shy away from that. We want to win. We know the parts of our game that we want to develop. That might take a bit of time, but rugby competition, sport in general, is about winning.